My name is Jordan Sentosa, and I'm an intern here with Variantz Singapore, and I'm a freshman from the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. So let me tell you what I know about Variantz. We're an IoT solutions company that focuses on humanizing technology, creating a connected system that will increase your quality of life seamlessly. And my role here is a software engineer. I created a mobile application that will work with one of our new products that will hopefully be launching soon. And I have some questions which I have to answer as part of this interview. So, what's the ADD principle and how did it affect you and why? The ADD principle is an acronym for Adapt, Demonstrate, and Deliver. And it affected me by telling me how I should approach a problem, seeing what the constraints are, what are the possible things I can do as part of the adaptation phase. And then you would have to actually use your skills, demonstrate them, carry out the plan, and then deliver a final product. And then next question is, what's the try and learn approach? And how did it affect you? And why? So the try and learn approach is basically in the name. You'd have to try something and then you'll learn from it. It affected me because it let me know that I had to try something out. I couldn't just think of different solutions. You'd have to put it into action, see if it fails or succeeds, and then you'll learn from it either way. And then, what are the 3 most important positive traits you must have in order to succeed in Variantz? And the top one that comes to my mind is curiosity. You'd have to be open and ready to learn and see different ways you can use all of the different tools that you get here. You'd have to be open-minded to creating new solutions, learning new skills, and thinking about things in a way you've never thought before. The next skill or trait you would want is proactiveness. Sometimes you can't just be waiting to be told what to do. You'd have to see what needs to be done and take action. Showing initiative on your own ideas can sometimes be really important and pay off well in the end. And the third positive trait, I think, is determination. You'd have to push through and really try to bring a larger vision into fruition. And that requires your own determination if you are willing to do it. And then this other question is, how is school and life back home different from Variantz and in Singapore? Well, the first thing I bring up is the public transport. It's so much better here. But for Variantz in specific, I'd say it's being able to take ownership of your own project and really think about different ways you could tackle it and choose the best action yourself. So I have this box of questions which I'll have to pull 10 of, so let's see what happens. So, what AI or tools do you consider essential for your role? Well, for a software engineer, one of the tools that was really essential was using Android Studio. It has an emulator that allows me to test out my app and code at the same time. And an AI that I really liked using, well, is multiple different ones. ChatGPT is one of the most common ones that I use for debugging, sometimes giving me ideas or seeing what I could possibly do or different ways I can approach a problem. What is one thing you would change about your experience? Honestly, I think I would interact with my other interns more. At the beginning of the internship, I didn't really talk with them as much, but the longer it went on, the better I got to know them, and I ended up really enjoying my time. Not just in the works, just working, but like talking with other people. What is one thing you're proud of accomplishing during your internship? For me, that's learning an entirely new programming language. Before coming here, I did not know how to code with Dart or use Flutter. It's a new skill that I gained here, and it's something that I think is going to be pretty useful going forward. What did collaboration with other interns look like for me? So, collaboration was basically, I would often go to them to see what they thought of my app, what I could possibly do, and how they would use it really. Like, it was really nice to get different perspectives on my project, and it shaped how it turned out for the better. What is one thing you learned from your internship experience? Other than the new coding language Dart, I learned about thinking from a business perspective, about different ways to really approach a problem. What's the biggest takeaway from your internship experience? That's a tough question. Biggest takeaway. I guess you'd have to put in the effort to really see any results. Because if you're not doing anything, the project won't move forward and you'll stay stagnant. But you have to really keep going. What did you learn about the corporate work ethic through your internship at Variantz? The corporate work ethic, it's really about being professional and following a timeline that will have your deliverables and really following through with it. How did you prepare yourself before starting your internship? So, before starting my internship, I really looked into what was Variantz, and then I also looked into what are the possible things that my skill set could be useful with, and that really helped me before the interview. But after getting the position, I really focused on what are the possible ways I could go about accomplishing my project. What kind of interns would best fit taking up the internship at Variantz, and why? The best interns would be ones that will take initiative, the ones that will want to work on it. You'd have to really be open to a new range of problems and things to consider that you've never considered before. So if you're open-minded, you're determined, you should come here to Variantz. What skills will you take away from the internship experience? I guess I'm just gonna be like a broken record, but the skills are the new coding languages, thinking about things in a new perspective, and really working with colleagues. I think that's 10 questions.